sphere after messing around with some of those brushes. So another brush was the, oh, I already selected it, the move brush. And these are alphabetical, but there's so many, it is hard to see where things are. So the move brush is highlighted there. Good. And with that, it kind of pulls on the clay. Similarly, so there's grab in some programs. Some programs have both. You know, again, the Alt key to kind of reverse things. Oh, sorry. I can dent in. So mask, in a lot of the, in other programs you can select the mask. This one works with, here, let's click over to the standard brush so we can look at that without making too much of a mess. By holding the control key. So if I'm kind of glad, so make that smaller. Kind of working around here, and I hold the control key down, all of a sudden it's like I'm spray painting, and that's a mask. So if I let up off that and I try to use my tool again, it won't, you know, go in that area. So that can be helpful for doing details and stuff. If you want to erase that, you have to hold both the control and option, and I can go back and erase the mask. If you want to invert it, it is Control and I, so hold Control, click I, you invert it, and then when you use your thing, it only pulls up in that area, pretty much. Another way to invert it, hold out here, I hold the Control key and just click it, and inverts it. I hold the Control key and slide it, it gets rid of the mask. But then one of the other things you can do, so we have draw up here, and we have move, scale, and rotate. If we hit move, and this guy's highlighted, you get this thing if it's not highlighted. I don't like it. So I highlight this, and you get something like you might found in other programs, so I can move it back and forth like that. I can change the scaling of it in one particular direction. The yellow one, I can change the scaling in every direction. I can kind of rotate it. I can play with these and moving it around. So the one thing to remember, and we sometimes, if we have, let me see, transform, so symmetry is on. Sometimes when you move, there it is. With symmetry on, if you move, like some other programs have the same thing they do, is if you move while symmetry is on in that direction against that symmetry, or within that symmetry, it breaks apart. But if you have, and remember we can hit the X key to get symmetry off, now when I move it, it's fine. So that's move. Alright, so that's just some basic kind of things, how to use the tools to work with the shape, to work with the clay. And again, let us show you light box. Sometimes you get to a point where you don't like it. Just go and sometimes it's easier than trying to go backwards to just, and it'll ask you, yes, I would like to close this project. I know, well, yes, I want to close it, but no, I don't want to save the changes. So you get back to your regular clay. And you can, you know, again, outside here, zoom in. And remember, using the little brushes, sometimes it's nice when you come in. The clay buildup can work nicely. Sometimes it's nice to, where'd that move go? You know, turn the move on really high and kind of really just change the shape a lot before you start doing anything with like details that you're going to distort. So you can get, you know, quite a different shape. Just by doing that. So that's one way to kind of stretch it out and to fill the shape. Alright, so you can kind of do different stuff. Or, again, this one, if you distort it, you can stretch it out like that. And now you got something to work with like that, and then you can go to Let's go back to draw, get the tools. We use clay buildup, which is a really aggressive kind of tool. You really build up and add in clay where you want. So that can get you somewhere fairly quick. So roughing it out first to the shape you want. And then remember, shift, you can smooth things. Okay? So I don't know, I made an exploded eclair. Anyway, so just those simple tools, and then building up your shape big, and then going back in with the, remembering to take sizes down. And now I've got a delicate kind of working tool, and I can go in and do details. But first, get your overall shape. All right, that's enough for this one. Take care.